Let me take you through the story of Anjali and Seema, who were two of the best friends. They were always together and shared all the things. Lately, Seema noticed that Anjali was skipping all activities during her period cycle, including an important project trip. On checking with her, Anjali explains how difficult her period cycles are, troubled with painful period cramps, lower back, and abdominal pain. The two discuss the same, and Anjali realized that her cycle days are much different than that of Seema, and it was not normal. Seema was pretty worried with this and suggested Anjali to consult a gynecologist. On consulting a gynecologist, they were shocked to know that Anjali was suffering from endometriosis.
All females go through pain during period cycles. Though it may seem very normal to you all, it is very important for patients to self evaluate themselves. Some amount of cramps, which generally last for a day and get settled with a medication or rest, is normal. But any other symptom that you may feel, whether it is extreme pain that goes on for more than 2 to 3 days, pain which is extending beyond the stomach to the thighs or to the upper lower back as well as the perineal area, or you are having excess amount of bloating happening just before your period cycle, intolerance to certain kinds of food, all of this associated with your pelvic pain during your periods could actually be a sign of endometriosis. Sometimes, if your endometriosis is affecting the uterus, you may also have heavy bleeding. So, excessive bleeding, which is going on for more than 4 or 5 days, where you're requiring more than 2 to 3 pads in a day, brown color spotting, which occurs before your period has occurred or even after the period has occurred, is also an indication to suggest that you may be having endometriosis. Of course, endometriosis is associated with two main symptoms. You can have pain, and the second one being infertility. You'd be surprised to know that more than 30% of patients of endometriosis are diagnosed when they can't get pregnant, and then they start checking themselves to see why and find out that they actually have endometriosis. So, infertility or inability to have a baby after having tried for more than a year is an indication, could be an indication of endometriosis, and you must get yourself checked to see if you are having it. So always see your doctor if you have any of these symptoms of endometriosis, because ultimately it is going to be your responsibility. You have to be aware and you have to be responsible. Endometriosis is not a condition which